Hello, my celestial beings. This is Mystic Storm here to clear a path to a new life with you. If you're new, welcome to the family. I pray that this weekly essence, intuitive guidance reading blesses you and you're able to gain guidance for September 28th through October 4th, 2020, okay? And beyond, all right? So I hope y'all had a wonderful week last week. I would love to know how the emphasis of Mars retrograde affected you. Personally, I focused on being flexible and adaptable along with preparing for the next moves I'm making. This helped me to have a smooth week despite any hiccups along the way. Now this week is jam-packed with goodies, okay? October begins with the Aries full moon on Wednesday. New month, new beginnings, full moon, release and let it be. Celebrate what you brought into this world. And then we have Saturn, which goes direct on Tuesday at 12:11 a.m. Central Time. Venus enters Virgo on Friday at 3:38 p.m. Central Time. And then Pluto, the last of the self-development trio, will go direct on Sunday at 8:32 a.m. Okay? So the title of this weekly essence is Mask Off. Mask Off, okay? When I glanced at the chart and I noticed that the full moon in Aries opposition the sun in Libra, which the opposition between the moon and sun creates full moons because the sun illuminates the moon when it's at opposing sides, right? So these two planets were at 9 degrees. I instantly thought wish fulfillment. But when I took a moment to go within and really try to get a message, the song Mask Off was playing in my head. Then I began to decode the lyrics, a technique that Ashira, star goddess, mentioned in one or maybe multiple of her videos, and it all made sense. Now, I'm not promoting drugs by any means. I am simply explaining the uses of these drugs and connecting them with the message. When researched, Molly gives us a warm butterfly feeling, bliss, euphoria, etc. While Percocet is a painkiller to level someone out from the Molly high that they take. Molly represents the bliss of wish fulfillment we are achieving without drugs. And the Percocet signifies that we no longer are in a state of pain or lack due to our past. So mask off can be literal, especially in 2020, but figuratively, this is us being authentic and unapologetically us, full moon in Aries, and expressing this to our outside world, the sun in Libra. No more will we hide in the shadows. We will be prepared for the come up. Future said, out the bottom, I'm a living proof. Come on. So we are rising and seeing the abundance we are creating in our lives. To continue on this mask off thing, Future said in the first verse, he opens up with 2 cups. Post up with the gang. So the 2 cups, y'all know what he said, but decoding this, 2 cups represents 2 of cups to me in tarot, and this symbolizes emotional balance and harmony. He also references the numbers 33 and 4, and we can view 2, 33, and 4 separately or together as 234 or 264. Angel number 234 is an assurance that we can explore new ideas in our lives. If you have been considering something new, if you want to make a new move, this is the time to plan to execute it. Now, angel number 264 tells us that hard work and our efforts that we have put in towards our passion projects is paying off, and we can expect to receive recognition and rewards from this. So that is beautiful. So with the emphasis of working on self is apparent here, because we have the moon and Chiron retrograde. They are conjunct in Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac, the I am, the ego, right, in a sense. So Chiron is the wounded healer and inner teacher. In astrology, Chiron symbolizes our unhealable injuries and uncurable traumas. However, if a person understands this, and instead of drowning in their own trauma, is able to accept the trauma and help others who are also suffering, and accept that suffering is simply a part of life, then Chiron may be the key to wisdom. With the full moon and Chiron retrograde in Aries, we may need to understand our emotions around success, okay? Do we believe it's obtainable? Do we need to be more aggressive to compete with others in our niche? How can we up our game while still living a balanced life and preventing burnout? Mask off. No more feelings of inadequacy here. These are the questions we have to ask so we can prepare for the come up, all right? Diving deep and planning to really figure out how we can work in more efficient ways is the key to our success. Now, next to the full moon and Chiron retrograde is Mars retrograde conjunct Black Moon Lilith. Last week, we discussed that Black Moon Lilith is the farthest point of the moon's orbit around the Earth. In astrology, Black Moon Lilith represents primal impulses and behaviors in their rawest form. It reveals our dark side that we repress and brings them to the surface. We have to acknowledge and address our shadow side to fully understand what causes these certain impulses, aggressions, and fears. We must tend to our shadow in order to heal and move forward. And in addition to healing and moving forward, accepting our shadow. Our shadow is a part of us. You know, we aren't just the light, we are the shadow. But if we understand the shadow, we can then figure out what's hindering our growth and move forward from it, okay? So thankfully, Venus in Leo, but soon entering Virgo, brings nurturing energy with this trine with Mars retrograde. Again, it provides counsel in helping us find peace and harmony through this time of working through our inner conflicts. However, we do have Uranus retrograde in Taurus opposition Mercury in Scorpio, which will go retrograde on October 13th. We may be going back and forth on our thinking to fully express our creative and spontaneous selves because we have been in a shell for so long. Being fearless, despite this aspect, is key. Mask off. Forget it, mask off. Okay? In doing this, it will open up doors and will assist us in gaining more wealth and prosperity by doing what we love. So this is a prime time for us to explore what really ignites us. I feel like by this time we should know like what our passion projects are, what we want to do. Again, we've been preparing. If you've been on this weekly essence journey, you know, for the past few weeks now. If not, make sure you catch the replays, okay? Make sure you go back so you can get on board, okay? So again, as we're talking about previous weekly essences, before we've talked about Saturn, which is now direct, and Pluto retrograde, which is becoming direct on Sunday, and Capricorn square Mars retrograde. I believe we're now beginning to feel more motivated to take the steps to more growth and transformation. We are working with Libra's energy now to restore balance and harmony in our lives so we can plan accordingly for the changes we are implementing. Again, I'll say it again. Don't let your dreams be a faint memory. Don't let it. Okay? Continue to plan and prepare so you can reap what you've sown. Also, work and adapt with the energy around you while transmuting it to the energy that you desire. Okay? And one aspect that continues to serve us well is Neptune retrograde in Pisces, sextile Jupiter and Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Taking sacred time, especially during the Aries full moon, to consciously work towards balance, bliss, harmony with Libra's energy, with the assistance of the innate qualities of the Piscean energy, we will develop skills we need to lead us down the path to an expansive growth and prosperity. So I really do feel like with this full moon being at the beginning of the month, and of course, yes, full moons are releasing what no longer serves us. We should definitely do that because because Black Moon Lilith, with the conjunction with Mars retrograde, we're seeing these shadow aspects. We're releasing things that no longer serve us. So prime time, full moon, yes, to release, but also celebrate how far you've come. Okay? Celebrate what is already here, because you've manifested, and you've probably manifested more than you know. Okay? So don't give up on yourself. Really, if you can't do like a full blown out ritual, just have personal time. Your sanctuary, your sacred time is within you. So wherever you are, you don't have to be by your altar. You don't necessarily have to have an altar. You can be in a park walking, or you can be in your living room with some music going on. It doesn't matter where you are. You don't have to write something down and burn it, even though writing it down and burning it is a good technique, I will say, but you don't have to do that. If you mentally think about these things and let them go, and visualize, and just simply visualize it burning, it's done. It's done. Okay? So continue to think about that, okay? So to conclude the astrology portion of the weekly Essence Intuitive Guidance reading, fully embrace and express who you are. Being unapologetically you and not seeking approval from others will ascend you to new heights. How will you stand out from the rest? Mask off. Okay? All right. So that's what we have here. So I am really excited to jump into this reading so we can gain additional messages from Spirit and to get guidance for this full moon in Aries. Like, I really do have good, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And I hope you all are feeling the same way. We're gonna start October off right. Fall is definitely here, and it's I just love this season. So so we're gonna get into it, and yeah, let's do it. All right, let's begin, shall we? We're going to do something different. We're going to start with the tarot, and then following that, we'll go into all of the oracle cards, okay? There we go. Spirit, what messages or guidance do you have for us this week? Messages, guidance. Oh, I see harmony and material and spiritual prosperity. 6-6, y'all. Do y'all see that? Wow. Woo. Splitting the deck. 6-6. Harmony. Yes, I love that. Yes. Let's get it. Seven cards for 7 days of the week. Remember that energy is fluid. We have solitude in reverse. The waiting game, I'll take it, but not the one that came out with it. Okay, it's trying to give me a lot of messages here. See, I gotta take this one. Look, it was like this and I flipped it out. Harmony. Yes, it's gonna come out. Okay, I see. Let's see, one more and then we'll break before we'll get into the weekend energy. Awareness in reverse. And at the bottom of the deck, universe. Yes. So with this solitude here in reverse, followed by this awareness in reverse, I feel like we aren't getting the awareness that we really want because we're not taking the time to go within. Okay? If we were aware and we went within and we were able to trust our intuition, then these will be in balance, right? We're working towards restoring balance and harmony, and harmony is definitely on the table, right? But the waiting game is here. The waiting game is here. I believe this is like I think this is 2 of Pentacles. I don't know if it's 2 of Pentacles or 2 of Wands. I can look that up real quick to see if I can find it. So physical red border, that is Pentacles. And then green border, that's emotions, that's cups, hearts. Mental is indigo border, that's swords. So that means that this was wands, and that's spirit violet border. So yeah, wands. So the waiting game, I mean, I did all that, I might as well see what it says. Yeah, and it's not that long. It says, this card indicates that you worked hard to set things in motion in certain areas of your life, and you're now waiting for the results to come into fruition. The number 2 is all about choice and decision. In the past, you may have been afraid of making decisions or choices, but now you're no longer held prisoner by this fear or constraints of old beliefs. Expect the best and be open to the limitless power of your intuition. Let me read that again, because we talked about intuition and awareness. Expect the best and be open to the limitless power of your intuition, which is presently very strong. Trust and use it to assist you. Achievement and success, while we talked about that with Chiron retrograde conjunct the moon in both in Aries, right? Achievement and success are assured, but once obtained, don't let it change you. Remember who you are, the effort that it took for you to get to this point, and the gratitude you need to show to the people who helped you. Stay on your spiritual path. Wow. Stay on your spiritual path, for it will continue to guide you on the journey of your soul. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this is why it's like we've been talking about planning, preparing for this come up, right? The waiting game is here to say stay on the path that you're on. But in doing this, you have to trust your intuition. Even though these are in reverse, it said your intuition is strong. Like you don't know that it's strong because you're unaware of it, okay? You're unaware of it. But you tap into this, you will then see that yes, there may be a long road ahead, but enjoy the process. Ooh, I'm speaking to myself too, y'all. Enjoy the process. Know the efforts that you're making now, the time that you're planning and preparing and making these moves are going to not only benefit you, but your lineage. Wow. Your lineage. Stay plugged in with your ancestors. Stay plugged in with your spirit guides, with spirit, with God, universe, goddess, you know, the all, however you want to perceive it. Stay plugged in, and that will assist in you understanding your intuition and going forward. Okay? Ooh. Ooh. It hit me when it says stay on your spiritual path. Woo. With the universe here at the bottom of the deck, yes, stay plugged in. It's limitless. Your abundance is limitless. Don't doubt yourself. Don't limit yourself. Don't hinder yourself by having these limiting beliefs. Interesting. Let's keep going for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sacral chakra in reverse. Say yes to take this one. Rejoice in celebration upright. Patience in reverse. Okay, so let's talk about this, shall we? So our sacral chakra is here and is in reverse. This is telling us this is what we need to tend to in order to maybe revitalize our intuition. Yes, this is where our sexuality is held, yes, but also our creativity. Our vital essence in order for us to tap into that intuition. Creativity is intuitive because you have to see it, you have to visualize it in your mind before you begin to put it in the physical. Write it down, paint it, draw it, you know, write it, sing it, you know. So this is often, it's lining up 2-2 with the waiting game. With the waiting game, continue down this spiritual path, and this spiritual path is showing you what it is you're passionate about, all the creativity that you have. You have to unlock it. You have to unleash it. And it's, again, it's here with the awareness and solitude in reverse. And along with patience in reverse. It's funny that we have the waiting game and we're not patient. We're not patient in this process. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard because it's like, you know, you see it and you want it now. Magic isn't like that. You know, we see it on TV like it's like bippity boppity boop and it's here but it's not. Because we're dealing with earth energy. Earth is the slowest moving energy. You have to tend to your garden, right? Tend to all those intentions. That's your garden. So, and then look, with the patience, what is she doing? We talk about garden and flowers. She's creating that with her mind. With her mind. You see the purple here. That's the crown chakra, kind of third eye visualization in order to bring it into fruition. And then you see that, do you see that color of orange? That's the creativity. That's the sacral chakra here. Wow. And it's 14-5. There's change that has to happen in order for us to be more patient. Okay? In order for us, we need to change our thinking on how we want to grow wealth, grow abundance, grow love, right? It takes time. And it's funny that it has the smoke coming out of it, out of her hand. That's the air element. That's the mental. That's what she's thinking, and it's coming out. It's coming out to express with the world. So I feel like with this rejoice and celebration as well, this, you know, threes are mind, body, spirit with me. But this is also sensing collaboration. If help comes your way, take it. Don't be prideful and feel that you can do it all on your own. Again, speaking to myself. Also, you know, if in this time of planning and preparing, you might want to consider collaborating with someone. Collaboration is a good tool to network and get yourself out there. Okay, so that can be something creative that you can do in order to tend to your sacral chakra. And then we have the orange and the green, and I'm looking at the orange and the green and the harmony. Yes, harmony is, we want balance and harmony, and this could be the masculine and feminine sides within us working together. And while the flowers are here, oh my gosh, the flowers are here. Look at the flower. Can you see with the lighting? I'm trying to work with this because I want it to be brighter. You see the flower in the patience, and then all of the white flowers in the background here. Man, this is, and it goes from 5, if you have the patience, to 6, right? So this very well can be you unlocking harmony within yourself to grow your garden and tend to your intentions. But one of your intentions very might well be love. Love, romantic love, partnership. And if you both tend to your garden, find creative ways to continue to be spicy, I would say, then your garden will continue to grow. Your connection will continue to grow. And this might be someone that you are, you know, there's someone in your life that you already have this connection with, and it's saying have patience, the waiting game, continue this path. And things might not be where you want them to be right now, but if you take the time to be patient and wait on the manifestation to continue to grow, because it takes time, then you'll be able to celebrate because your manifestation has come into fruition. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. So we all have to do some waiting here. That's why it's like, you know, continue to plan and prepare and do things more efficiently. So when the time comes, you'll be ready. You'll be ready for it. So that's beautiful. We're going to pull from a couple of oracle decks, the Black Moon astrology cards. I'm going to start off with what popped out on its own was the South Node Life's Debt here. So we might be clearing out our life debt. That's what's taking time. We have to process this and work on ourselves so we can reap the benefits of the North Node. What messages, what guidance do you have for us? Thank you. Yod, destiny. Ooh, 48 is 12. That reduces to 3. Mind, body, spirit. Mind, body, spirit. And look, I will say Mars is at the bottom of the deck, force, but it's in reverse. Again, this is not the time to go at things with force. It's time to be more proactive, and proactive in a sense where you're stepping back and you're evaluating things before you act. That's what I mean. So, Yod, destiny, man, oh man, oh man. So let's see what the Yod has to say. And it says, a person often meets, it says his, but there, I would change it to their destiny on the road they took to avoid it. Wow, so a person often meets his destiny on the road they took to avoid it. Interesting. So let's see, I'll read a little bit of this. You know, this particular book is very descriptive, and I love it, but for the sake of time, the corresponding tarot is Ace of Swords reverse. Interesting. And then the key ideas is destiny, doing things on your own, standing strong, making a difference. And then the Yod in brief, needing to make adjustments, being inventive, being unique. Being unique. That's what I said, mask off. Mask off. Having a special purpose, trusting all will work out as it is meant to. Waiting game, patience. Wow. The eventful success of destiny and fate, even amongst chaos. Self-examination and discovery after a period of confusion. Missed opportunities, increased awareness. Good. Increased awareness. That's good. So we're going to come out of that. So being shown factors you are currently blind to. Opening up your mind, making a choice, learning from adjustments, taking time and planning out, doing things differently, and flowing with the change. A conduit of energy, profound blocks, stop and start motions. It is best not to force the issue at this time, as wasn't Mars forced in reverse? It said it is best not to force the issue at this time, as there is fate involved. Allow matters to unfold before acting. Allow matters to unfold before acting. That's a big one. Bringing everything together, answering the call, as the ordinary life is released into the spiritual. Wow. That's beautiful. Let me see if there's anything else. This goes into detail of what the Yod is. And I will, I mean, it says it's also called the Eye of God or the Finger of God. The Yod is a peculiar astrological configuration in a chart. It is a triangle formed by two planets 60 degrees apart, while both are at 150 degrees from the third planet. This creates a thin pie-shaped aspect. So it goes on and on. So this is something that if you're interested in more about the Yod, I would definitely ask you to go ahead and research on it on your own, okay? So we're going to jump into next, the Queen of the Moon Oracle. All right, Spirit, what messages, what guidance do you have for us during this full moon in Aries, the start of October? in the midst of being in fall. Let's see. It says wolf moon, hunger. Hunger, and it's 29. Look at that. Ooh, wee. Now this is, I believe, the blood moon. Can't remember what type of moon it is. But look at that, hunger. It came out in reverse, but I don't really see these as reversals. Hunger, hunger. This is what we need to do. We need to be hungry in order to go after what we want. If we want success, we have to go after it. Maybe we're not hungry enough with it coming out in reverse, but energies. This is a layout, a blueprint. Anything that's here in reverse or maybe seems, you know, out of the ordinary, we can work to change that, right? We talked about bringing things into awareness to clear up stuff. So don't ever think that just because it's in reverse, it's never gonna happen. You know, hunger. Are you hungry enough to get what you want? Are you hungry enough to catch these blessings for prosperity and abundance? This says, wolf moon, hunger, feed the good and hope within you. There will always be a lean part of the cycle. Prosperity will come. Do not let your hunger blindly dictate your actions entirely. That's good. Yeah, so do not let your hunger blindly dictate your actions entirely. That's why we talk about prepare before we act. You know, that is the theme. I know you're probably getting tired of me like, this girl keeps saying preparing and planning and all this stuff. But yeah, that's what we have to do. And then the quote here is, I recognize all that I hunger for. So I won't get into all of this because this is like an old wise Cherokee tale that's going on. I'll read like the last two paragraphs. It says, we must be careful about what we nourish and feed within us. If we give back abundance to the aspects of the self that can harm others in ourselves, then we cannot truly thrive. Having no limitations upon these behaviors or patterns hurts us and starves the higher and finer parts of ourselves that will bring us more happiness. To ripple that happiness to others is part of why we are on the planet as humans. We must also recognize that in life, just because it's a cycle, there will always be a leaner, less abundant, or less bright times. Yet we have built our resilience and self-trust for times like this, and we know we are both loved and protected. The cycle will soon turn to less shadow and more bounty. So companion stone or metal, it says Amazonite. So interesting. If you want to work with that crystal, you definitely can. And then finally, we're going to get into the Wild Offering Oracle. So, you know, if you haven't already, I do want to take this time to invite you to like, comment, share, subscribe, click that notification bell so you can continue to get content from this beautiful, growing, insightful, and loving channel. I thank you so much. I did reach my 100 subscribers. It's now over 100. So I'm really happy and excited, and thank you so much, you know, in advance. If you aren't a subscriber and you're about to subscribe, and if you've been rocking with me since day one or, you know, along the way currently, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. We are a part of the same soul tribe, and I don't take that for granted. I pray that these messages help you as much as they help me, and we are definitely coming up in this world, and we are making our mark. Okay? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. It says travel. What was this one? It was 2 cards. And service. That's interesting. I'm hearing don't keep these. Yeah, I heard don't keep them. Don't keep them. Okay. Because it was sometimes, you know, if it's 2 cards, I don't take them. Oh, then it gives me a whole bunch of cards. Clarity, solitude, relationships. How about one card that sums this all up, Spirit? One card that sums it all up. What's this? Hardship. Hardship. Okay, and that we talked about hard times may come with the wolf moon, as it said. And we talked about in previous weekly essences, you know, fall is where we're preparing for the dark time, which is winter. So let's see what hardship says. May I embrace what's happening right now, as baffling or painful as it is. Help me, God, to trust where you are guiding me. I am yours. Help me, God, to trust where you are guiding me. I am yours. So, you know, this journey, you know, we talk about clearing paths to a new life, and it's beautiful, and it's this, and it's that. Yes, it is, but it's also hard. It is hard. And of course, you know, I don't want to glaze over that when I say it's going to be beautiful, it's going to be abundant, it's going to be this, because it is. That's our birthright. But I never want to neglect that there's a storm happening. Look at the storm here. Mystic storm. This is what the storm is here. The hardships are here to clear this path to a new life that we are setting ourselves up for. Okay? So I'm not denying the storm. I'm literally not denying the storm, the hardship. But if you are down and out, trust, believe, work towards changing your life. If you already are making active changes and you're continuing to prepare and plan, because those are still actions, okay? You're not acting on a thing, but you're preparing for it. That's still a verb, okay? You're waiting and being patient on this. You're trusting that what you have set out for, what you have prayed for, what you have set intentions for, what you have lit a candle for, what you have done rituals for, is coming into fruition. No doubt about it. Trust. Trust and know where you are being led, where Spirit is guiding you, is where you are supposed to be. It said, right, this is your destiny. Continue your spiritual path. Continue it. Okay? This is yours. Ooh, y'all. Ooh, y'all. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is, whoa. We doing it, y'all. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Saying it's hard is easier said than what we're going through. But we have to keep that faith and keep that hope that what we're doing is going to bring so much growth and so much prosperity. That's what we're internally striving for. We're clearing paths to this new life that we see in our mind, and it's beautiful and it's abundant. Let the storm happen. Let the rain fall. Let the tower fall down, so we can build up this firm foundation with this beautiful landscape that we've envisioned. So I hope you all enjoyed this reading. I hope you all have a wonderful Aries full moon, wonderful start to a new month. And I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.